So Second Peter, much like First Peter, probably was not written by the hand of Peter the apostle or Peter the disciple himself, but probably somebody in either in his orbit or sort of in his spiritual lineage in the tradition of Peter. Um, Second Peter, this might be splitting hairs. Second Peter seems to be a little bit more detached from First Peter, just based on a number of things. But um, this one seems to be a little bit of a later writing. So it refers to all that Paul has already written and distributed. We call that the Pauline corpus. And then seems to also have some basis in Jude, which is coming up also. So just logically, if all of that is true, then it has to have come after those were written and circulated. So, probably a later letter, not by Peter, but importantly, still, it's an important one still. It sort of takes on the form of a farewell letter, um, sort of like final reminders, that sort of thing, but not to a specific group. So again, like First Peter, this sort of, I think, assumes some wider circulation. This is something that could be read by anybody or any Christian theoretically, not just for a specific group in a specific place with specific issues. So, as far as the content, it's mostly concerned with internal dissent and division, which we see this over and over and over and over again in all of the letters, or most of the letters, for that matter. That they they do concern themselves a little bit with sort of external threats, um, but it's mostly like get along with each other, and love one another in your church, in your body of believers. Um, And there's some reminders about the traditional teaching they received, particularly regarding the return of Christ, the parousia. There's some, Second Peter suggests there's some false teachers out there that sort of mock this idea of the return of Christ, but Second Peter says, hey, stick to what you know, you've been taught. Um, stick to what you've been taught. That is the correct way.